Jefferson County Court, law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 331444, case of style of state of Texas versus Adam Joseph Harrison. Mr. Harrison, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrison, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Harrison, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrison, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Harrison?
I'm okay.
That's good. Now, Mr. Harrison, you are represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Benjamin Jeffries. Attorney Jeffries, how are you doing? Oh, Mr. Jeffries, I think you're gonna have to turn your mic up, or it's kind of. Seem like you talk, it's like in the background. Right there.
Just test.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Doing well, sir.
Okay, that's good. Now, Mr. Jeffries, do you waive a record in Mr. Harrison's case?
Yes, sir. We waive.
Okay, Mr. Harrison, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that on or about December 15th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault, family violence. Mr. Harrison, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Harrison, how do you plead? Not guilty, guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrison, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments on this tablet. Mr. Harrison, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, Mr. Harrison, there are a set of initials AJH on a line next to a box that says check guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
And on the next page of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Mr. Harrison, is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked at the top of this document is titled, states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Harrison, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled discovery certification?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Harrison, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Jeffries, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrison, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1 into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer States 1.
Any objections, Mr. Jeffries? No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Jeffries, you have advised and counseled Mr. Harrison. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Mr. Harrison, your attorney, Mr. Jeffries, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrison, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for defendant's plea of guilty in this case, the state is recommending confinement in the Jefferson County Jail for a period of 60 days, Your Honor. We're asking that the court suspend imposing that sentence at this time and instead place defendant on community supervision for a period of 12 months, Your Honor. Require the defendant to pay a $1,000 fine and to complete 80 hours of community service, Your Honor. Lastly, we're asking that the defendant have no contact with the victim in this case, Ms. Paige Stevenson.
Okay. You said the Paige, is that Paige Lachey Stevenson?
Yes, sir, I believe that's the middle name.
As in the information?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stevenson. Okay, now, Mr. Harrison.
Yes, sir.
The state is offering that you serve 60 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not have to serve 60 days in the Jefferson County Jail in this case because you'll be placed on probation for 12 months. During that 12-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $342. The total fine and court cost is $1,342. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll also be required to reimburse Jefferson County court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $220. Mr. Harrison, will you be able to pay the $220 each month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Harrison, you'll also be required to perform 80 hours of community service. You'll be required to pay a fine of $100 to a family violence center in Jefferson County, and you cannot have any contact with Paige Stevenson. And you also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Mr. Harrison, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrison, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Harrison, pursuant to section 176.1 of the Texas Administrative Code, the court hereby admonishes you or warns you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order or judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code section 46.013, firearms mean any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by burning, by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or carry firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or carry firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are a starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate's Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code Section 46.02, unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code Section 46.04, unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse or neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. Now, Mr. Harrison, you should be given a copy of this written admonition at the jail. This will conclude your case. If you do not have anything else holding you in jail, you should be getting out today.
Okay.
knock on that door, follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Jeffries, this will conclude your services. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.